Welcome to the second episode of this progressive Spanish series. We are going to make a quick review of what we saw the last episode. You are lost in the streets, you need to get a telephone. Do you remember how to say telephone in Spanish? Teléfono. And you see a man standing next to you. Say excuse me to this man. Disculpe. Now you have his attention. Now ask him if he speaks English. ¿Habla inglés? And he will respond, no, I don't speak English. No hablo inglés. We are going to continue with this story, but first you need to learn how to say Spanish in Spanish. This is how you say Spanish in Spanish. Español. Repeat after me. Español. Español. ñol, ñol, español. This might be a little tricky because this word contains a letter that you can't find in English, which is the ñ. I guess that the best way to teach you how to say this sound is by imagining a little kid playing with a toy plane. And the little kid is making sounds such as ñam, 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 you know, that initial ñ. That is exactly the sound that you need. That is the ñ sound. So, again, how do you say Spanish in Spanish? Español. Next thing that I need you to know is how to say the incredibly useful word of and. An extremely important word to know. This is how you say and in Spanish. Y. 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 That's pretty much it. Y. Now try to say on your own English and Spanish. Inglés y español. Returning to our conversation, you asked this man, ¿habla inglés? And he said, no hablo inglés. Now he's going to ask you back, and he's going to ask you, and you, do you speak Spanish? This is how you say you in a formal way. Pay close attention. This is you in a formal way. Usted. Usted. Tez, usted. So, how do you say you in a formal way in Spanish? Usted. So he's going to ask you back, and you, do you speak Spanish? How would he say that? How would he say, and you? Usted. And how would he ask you, do you speak Spanish? ¿Habla español? So how would he ask completely, and you, do you speak Spanish? ¿Usted habla español? One important thing to notice right from the beginning is that the personal pronouns are not always necessary in Spanish. Some of the time we do actually mention them. We do mention them, however, when we want to make emphasis on a person. Like in this example, and you, do you speak Spanish? That and you is really emphatic, so that's why we use a pronoun right there. But don't worry about that too much right now. I just wanted to inform you a little bit, not to worry you. So, one more time. How would he ask, and you, do you speak Spanish? ¿Y usted habla español? And well, you actually speak Spanish already. Not a lot, but a little. This is how you say a little bit in Spanish. These are two different words. Un poco. Un poco. 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 Un poco. So how do you say a little bit? Un poco. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the business already. You need to ask this man for a telephone. You need to use his telephone. So first, we will learn the verb to use. This is how you say use in Spanish. Usar. Usar. Sar. Usar. So how do you say use in Spanish? Usar. In this particular situation, you really need to be polite with this person. You don't know this person doesn't know you back, and you're going to ask him for a favor. So yeah, you really need to be polite, and you need to ask for things politely. In English, in order to ask for something in a polite way, you can say, can I? But how would you say this in Spanish? This is how you say can I in Spanish. Podría. Podría. Dría. Podría. Podría. That's how you say can I in Spanish. And that's the word that you will use to ask for permission for doing things. So, how would you say can I in Spanish? Podría. Do you remember how to say the word for telephone? Teléfono, excellent. But now we would learn how to say your telephone. This is how you would say your telephone. Su teléfono. Su teléfono. Su teléfono. Do you remember how to say use in Spanish? Usar. Okay, now you can ask this person, can I use your telephone? You already know how to say can I, you already know how to say use, and you already know how to say your telephone. So how would you ask, can I use your telephone? Remember the interrogation tone. ¿Podría usar su teléfono? Now he will respond sí, which is yes, or no. If he says sí, he will give you his telephone, and you will have to thank him immediately. This is how you would say thank you in Spanish, and you probably already know this. Gracias. 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 Actually, this person did you a really big favor, so you should actually say thanks a lot. This is how you would say thanks a lot. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. And congratulations, you already have a phone and you can already speak with your friend. Let's make a quick final recap. You need a telephone. Say excuse me to this man. Disculpe. Now ask him, do you speak English? ¿Habla inglés? And he's going to say, no, no hablo inglés. And he's going to ask you back, ¿Y usted habla español? Say a little bit. Un poco. Now ask him, can I use your telephone? ¿Podría usar su teléfono? And he will say, sí. Now you have a telephone and congratulations. So this is all for today. In the next lesson we are going to see what you would do if this person says no. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoy the lesson. I hope you'll have a fine day. See you later and subscribe for more episodes. Bye bye.